weighing in fights and films.
Hi, welcome to Weighing In Fights and Films. I'm Brett the Threat with my cousin and co-host
Jenny Rose, and we are going to be reviewing this week, weighing in on Grudge Match. That's our fight film for this week.
Starring Sly Stallone, Robert De Niro,
Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Alan Arkin.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart,
of course.
Joey Diaz,
Uncle
and
Joey.
John Bernthal, which you might not recognize that name, but you'll recognize his face from Walking Dead. LL Cool J.
Yeah, that's right. He was in this too.
Mama said knock you out.
So what this movie is about is two old boxers who had two fights. Each one of them beat each other previously, like was it 30 years ago or something like that?
Right. Yeah.
And one of them's aching for the rematch, and it's time 30 years later to finally do the trilogy.
Yeah, it's a comedy, and it comes about like I think it's DeNiro's character that wants the rematch, right?
Yeah, he's been egging for the rematch for for 3 decades.
And Sly Stallone's character comes into where he financially needs the rematch. But I love Alan Arkin's character, like when they're talking on the phone with Kim, when he's talking with Kim, because there's a love triangle too with Basinger.
Yeah, there's a bunch going on behind the scenes there.
But I love that scene when he's behind him on the phone and Alan Arkin's going.
Yeah.
I love that. I was just like.
Alan's great in everything he does. He's fantastic.
He was funny, and then he's chasing him with the little rascal.
Yeah. Sliced. Yeah, they're in the training scenes.
Yeah, because there's a training sequence, of course.
Of course. Well, there's like 3 of them in this movie.
Well, I mean,
the fight is on, then it's off, then it's on again.
We've
so
got
like
Raging Bull versus Rocky Balboa, so
yes, that's exactly why they chose these actors.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they had chosen someone other than Stallone, because it kind of felt like Balboa 2.
Yes and no. I don't think he brought as much of the Rocky character to it. It didn't have quite the Philly.
I like how the devices that they used to get the public's interest into the fight. You know, all the the viral videos of them. They were making a video game where they had to put on the green suits and fight, and then they got into a real fight and the thing. That was kind of funny.
And then they get to bitch slap Chael Sonnen.
They were at an MMA event and they're trying to promote the fight, and and Chael slapped Stallone, and then Stallone knocks out
Gives
Sonnen.
him an old man punch.
Yeah. The last thing to go is the power, right? Yeah. That's what they're playing on.
You need to have strength before you get to old man strength, though, by the way. Well, how do you weigh in on this film?
I would weigh in on this movie at a 2. I mean, it's a comedy, of course, but the only part that I actually laughed out loud at was Chael Sonnen going this and giving Sly the finger in the ring. And I was like, haha, that's pretty funny. But everything else, I saw every joke coming.
So? I
saw the sequences were just kind of like, okay, they're referencing Rocky, of course. You know, they're kind of making fun of that. I was like, okay, saw that coming. The writing in the script was structured in the way of the very standard screenplay, where it's like you introduce the characters in Act 1, Act 2 they're on their way. At the bottom of Act 2, something happens, and then they have to redeem themselves in Act 3. Whereas, of course, at the bottom of Act 2, De Niro, has to screw up with his family, and then you learn something about Stallone and why he shouldn't be fighting. You know what I mean? And then they have to overcome that, and then they get another training sequence on top of. You know what I mean? It's just like
But every movie follows a structure that's been done before. If that's your
not necessarily, but it's just. But this one in particular, just kind of, it followed it to the letter, and it was just a little boring. And I know it's a comedy, and I'm supposed to take it lightheartedly, but it was like, the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm just like, okay, I see the funny there. Okay, yeah, okay. And then you get poop jokes and fart jokes and piss jokes. And
you get old man jokes.
Yes, there's a lot of old man jokes.
It's grumpier old men with boxing.
Yeah, and they just keep coming. It's like, okay, we get it. It's like the same joke. They just kind of rehashed it in a different way. It's just like, all right.
We watch this from different vantage points.
I mean, it was just okay. Overall, I mean, you know what? You can watch this movie with your father or your grandfather, and it would be enjoyable because it's kind of a family movie.
I did. I watched it with my parents.
There you go. And your parents are in their 60s, 70s?
Try 70s.
70s, yeah. So I bet you they enjoyed this movie.
They did, and I enjoyed it as well. I'm going to weigh in on this as a 4.
A 4?
Yes. Because it's enjoyable. I've rewatched it since then.
You rewatched this movie?
Yes!
There's no way I'd sit through this a second time.
This is something you can watch, and you don't need to have
a brain?
Right. This isn't anything I'm gonna cry through. This isn't gonna bring up any external emotions. This is something that when I've had a rough day, or I can
You just want to sit down and watch a fart joke. Whoever did the fight choreography of this movie needs to be fired because it was abysmal.
I've seen worse.
He hits him back.
I've seen worse.
He gets hit, he hits him back. It was literally the whole fight.
That's how
He
two
gets
old
hit.
guys would fight. Haven't you seen any of the video on YouTube?
Nah.
But I've seen worse. I mean,
two
look
old
at the
professional ex-boxers who were world champions, they would fight more than just I hit you, you hit me. I mean, there should be some mixing
Dude,
it
they're
up.
like-
And then it goes the distance, what never would happen between two old men. It would be like round 3 at the most.
I'd be like, can we get a break?
Yeah.
We're gonna come back tomorrow and finish.
He's pulling a Mack truck on a rope. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with
I don't-
that.
but-
That's how we weighed in
Yes.
on Grudge Match.
If you're cinematic, it's 2. If you're chill and relaxed, it's a 4.
He had even more stuff in the basement with this one. Don't forget to support her MMA fight career by clicking the link below for some of her merchandise.
And you can support this YouTube channel, Weighing In Fights and Films, by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And also we have a link below for merchandise.
Stuff in the basement.